What is up with y'all, man? It's your boy Dave. We back with another reaction video. You know what I'm saying? Today we are going to be reacting to, you feel me? Blackie Speaks. Young Thug is the worst friend ever. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of 50-50 on that. I'm not going to sit here and say Young Thug is completely innocent of the bad friend allegations, but I can see why he's upset. I can see why he's angry. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let Blackie Speaks, you know what I'm saying, get into it, get in depth into it. But with that being said, if y'all like what y'all see, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Y'all get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get straight to it.
I made him a millionaire. I know for a fact, me personally, I know your dad don't look at you like a real nigga. I know that. That's my man's. Your dad is my OG. I told you to go down there to the country town and get your daddy, no matter what your differences is with your daddy. I went half on your mama house and bought your mama house, bro, because you didn't have.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a stack. If I did something for somebody or I did something for my friend, I'm not telling niggas what I did for my friend. I'm gonna let my friends tell it for me. I ain't gotta say what the fuck I did for that nigga. He knows what I did for that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I kinda don't like this shit, cause one thing I noticed about Young Thug, man, he a pillow talking ass nigga, like for shit show, like for nothing. He just the nigga love to talk. I'm gonna keep it on. He love to talk. He love to explain shit. He love to say. He love to hear himself talk sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nigga was on the phone with Mariah talking about calling Glorilla ugly. He on this podcast. I mean, it is a podcast kind of, but he kind of, I don't know, bro. He just really, he letting this shit fly. He letting it fly too much. That's all I'm gonna say.
I went half with you.
Now, like most of you know, Young Thug has been in the headlines in the rap world for a lot of different things. The biggest one being for cooperating with the police, which ruined his street credibility as someone who promotes that lifestyle. And most recently, he was also trending for calling Glorilla ugly in a leaked jail call.
I saw the Gorilla. Why not people say she's pretty?
Mind you, bro, Glorilla sexy as shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. And if you don't think she look good, you just don't like black girls. And that's not okay. Fuck you, nigga. You thought I was gonna say that was okay? Nigga, no, it's not okay, bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck.
Thug has also been trending for his continued effort to recover from the damage that has been done to his career and his reputation. But the one thing I haven't seen...
And it's just like, and especially with that damage control shit he's trying to do on Twitter, bro. I don't even be on Twitter like that, but I've seen some of the tweets. Like, the people be posting the tweets on TikTok sometimes. You just see it, bro. I'm not gonna front. Dude, you gotta move in silence, bro. Do what Gunna did. Niggas called Gunna a rat, snitch, and all that shit. My nigga moved in silence. He got his bag up. You talking too much, bro. I ain't gonna front. You talking too much. You both snitched. Now what? Who really the gangster? Neither of you are. None of y'all is gangster for real, so it don't matter. For real, like, let this shit go, bro.
Anyone talk about is how Young Thug has to be the worst friend ever, so let's touch on that. Now, yesterday, Young Thug did an interview with a platform called the Big Facts Network. It's his first official interview since the police cooperation scandal, and although he said a lot of things, I want to focus on something he said regarding his friendship with Gunna. Young Thug, as most of you guys know, fell out after that RICO case came crashing down on both of them. Gunna ended up spending some time incarcerated and eventually got released in December 2022 after taking an Alford plea deal. That cemented Gunna as a snitch to some, and others didn't blame him for it considering the circumstances. That aside, however, I thought this interview with Young Thug from yesterday, actually, that dropped, was really interesting because he had a very passionate conversation about his relationship with Gunna. The part I want to focus on is the part where he was essentially counting all the things that he did for him. So I want you to listen to the clip in question and just pay attention to what he's saying, okay?
I made him a millionaire. I bought his first apartment that he lived in. I bought it with my money. I made him put his money up. Keep your money. I bought it with my money because I had a little extras. I bought that shit. I went half and half with you to buy your mama house. Your mama first house. Get her out of the hood.
Now, there's a lot to break down here, and the majority of it is going to be a lesson for...
I will say though, right? Thug is a really good guy to his homeboys. I'm gonna keep it on. He's a great guy. But I think the part where he's losing me is that he's basically like kind of just all over the damn place. I ain't gonna front. Even 21 Savage, that's his nigga too. He called it out in a song. I don't know what song it was, but he was basically talking about how, you know what I'm saying, how much Thug do for niggas. He had niggas out in private jets fucking bitches and shit ridiculous. That's the bar of the song. I don't remember the song for real. But yeah, like, I do respect that he do a lot for his niggas. That's fire. But damn, you gotta tell us all, bro. Like, goddamn, nigga, why you exposing the nigga, bro? Shit. One thing about being somebody's friend, and this is kind of controversial, you gotta be able to hide niggas' shame, bro. If you somebody's friend for real, you gotta be like able to hide their shame a little bit, bro. Like, Not like no crazy weird shit like you talking to underage girls and shit like that. Not no shit like that, but like, you know, when niggas don't got it, you supposed to be able to kind of, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta let the world know niggas don't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
For a lot of us as it relates to friendships. Some of us have been blessed with great friendships and fruitful relationships that have elevated us mentally, you know, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, depending on what kind of friendship we're talking about, right? It's a great conversation to have because it's such a relatable topic. But before we go there, let's take a trip down memory lane and touch on the beginning of their friendship. Back in 2015, a young Gunna ended up meeting Young Thug, who was already an established artist at the time. They met through a mutual friend, and his name was Keith King Troop. At the time, Thug had released his mixtape, Barter 6, and Gunna stopped by a video shoot for a song from the project. It was for the song With That, which was their first interaction. Thug and Gunna became mutuals, they became homies who eventually kicked it here and there, but that friendship intensified after the man who had introduced them, King Troop, was gunned down outside a gas station on December 12, 2015.
Justin, and this is where that killing happened. Right here in front of this gas station, you can still see some of the victim, Keith Troop's friends there, right where he was shot at the front door of that gas station. And late this afternoon, I want to show you this real quickly.
After the death of King Troop, was started as a casual friendship, then intensified as the two went to the funeral and it brought them closer. Then they started to have more of a working relationship in the music industry, and Gunna was spending a lot of time around Thug working together with him. Young Thug then featured Gunna.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all see this album cover right here? This the hardest shit I done ever seen. And mind you, niggas was on this nigga did tell myself, he wearing a dress. Fuck all that noise. This shit right here, masterpiece, nigga, on me.
On his iconic 2016 release, Jeffrey, and that was the start of a very long friendship. Through their relationship is how Gunna also met key collaborators like Lil Baby, which eventually led to a joint project with Lil Baby and some very successful songs. Even though Gunna started as Young Thug's protege at the beginning of his career, Gunna eventually built his own lane and established his own name in the music industry. As his relationship with Young Thug continued to grow year after year, things eventually took a halt in May 2022 after Gunna, Young Thug, and their crew members got hit with RICO charges. Gunna spent some time behind bars and eventually got out after taking that Alford plea deal. And Gunna and Young Thug's friendship was over the second they both got arrested. And Young Thug, in the interview clip I showed you, spoke about how much he helped Gunna, which is something Gunna never, shied away from. He always credited Young Thug as a person who helped him early on when he didn't really have to. And I think,
and that makes Thug talking about how much he did for this nigga even worse, cause Gunna be doing it too. Gunna showing the nigga love, saying he helped me out. He was there. He was my partner. That's my twin. That's my dog and shit. And then nigga talking about some, bro, I helped you out. We know you helped him out. Now you just doing too much, nigga. Let it be. He betrayed you. We know it. Shit hurt. This shit hurt. But like, you don't. The problem is, you don't just RICO cases. That's some of the craziest things you could ever put on an organization or even a label. Cause nigga, RICOs, they only give that shit to like the last person I remember that got a RICO was Teflon Don, and that nigga was like a goddamn Italian mobster. And they gave that same case thing, that same, I don't want to say that same RICO, no, they gave him basically the same type of, what's that word, bro? The same type of charge. They gave Young Thug the same type of charge they gave a real deal certified criminal. Not saying Thug ain't been on no, no gangster shit. I ain't saying all that. But like, it's two different levels to this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I can see how that shit really, stress niggas out. Like, but damn. Nigga Thug be tripping sometimes, bro. No cap.
What Young Thug did for Gunna in his early days is forever going to be a part of his story. And it's nothing even Gunna would ever deny. However, how Thug is talking about all of it is honestly rubbing me the wrong way. Thug in the clip I played you stated that he bought Gunna his first apartment with his money when Gunna didn't have shit. He also stated that he made him $1 million.
Cause he talking down on that nigga, bro. He basically talking down on the nigga. He's saying you wouldn't be shit without me, which not true. I feel like Gunna would have probably found his way into success without Thug, but Thug definitely helped expedite the process. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like he just talking down on the nigga for no reason. I don't like that shit.
Millionaire, emphasis on he. Young Thug also stated that he put half of his money to buy Gunna's mother a house so Gunna could, get her out the hood. Young Thug also stated that he was the one who told Gunna to settle the differences with his own father, so now we unfortunately know the private details of Gunna's family dynamics thanks to Young Thug. And Thug also stated that Gunna's own father doesn't look at him like a real nigga because Gunna's dad is apparently Thug's OG.
I told you to go down there to the country town and get your daddy, no matter what your differences is with your daddy. I know for a fact, me personally, I know your dad don't look at you like a real nigga. I know that. This my man's. Your dad is my OG. He don't look at you like that. I made you go get your dad. I made you reunite with your family and do the right thing.
And Thug
Man, this nigga doing too much, bro. Nigga doing way too fucking much. That's so private. That has nothing to do with this case or anything like that. He just divulging and selling this nigga. No, like for real, like no cap.
also stated that he gave Gunna more time than his own children and the mother of his children.
I just poured my all into him, bro. I gave this nigga more time than my children, bro. I gave him more time than my kids.
That's fucking crazy. That's actually insane. You don't give nobody more time than your children, nigga. I don't give a fuck how much you like that nigga, Thug. Since you love Wham so fucking much, you don't give no nigga no more time than your fucking kids, bro. That shit crazy as fuck. Nigga tripping. Hold on. What?
I gave him more time than my old lady. Like, I poured my life into these people.
Which is absolutely insane. Thug then once again stated that he went half with Gunna to buy Mama Dukes a house, okay, his mom's, Gunna's mom, because Gunna didn't have any money. That's what he said.
I went half on your mama house and bought your mama house, bro, because you didn't have the money. I went half with you.
He also said that he, okay, Young Thug, bought Gunna's brother his first truck and let Gunna play it off like he bought it for him.
I bought your brother his first truck and let you present it to him like you bought it.
And he ended it by saying that he didn't do it for no reason other than that he had love for his brothers. Now, for the people who get it, y'all get it, okay? The message for today is be very careful who you allow to help you in this life.
I'm saying that nigga really rubbing that shit in, bro. I ain't gonna lie, if I do something for a nigga, I'm not rubbing it in. It's nothing to rub in. I did it out the kindness of my heart. So it's different. I'm not finna sit here and be like, but I did this and I did that for you. I did it. Well, I did what I did for you and that's that, nigga. It's nothing to it. I'm not gonna flaunt it or brag it. I'm not gonna throw it in your face. It's just what it is, bro.
Now, some people have been, pointing out the opposite of this conversation, which is be careful who you help. Although that is a great point overall, because not everybody deserves a helping hand, because some people will be 6 feet deep in a ditch screaming for help, and as soon as you crouch down to, help them, they'll drag your ass down just like that, okay, and feed you to the alligators, okay? That's a very real thing I've experienced myself, and I'm sure you have as well, okay? However, for this particular situation, Gunna ain't dragging nobody down, really. Thug drug these niggas into this shit. Cause Gunna, he wasn't really all up in that street shit like Thug was all up in that street shit. It's not the same. I'm not saying Gunna completely innocent, but he did less shit. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Situation, I don't think that applies at all. Understand that Young Thug didn't help Gunna because he wanted nothing out of the situation. He helped him because they had a mutual working relationship. Thug even stated when he first discovered Gunna, he really saw the potential in him, which means he's seen musical talent in him before the world did, okay? The only difference between both of them at the time is that when Gunna was receiving the help from Thug, he wasn't where he was supposed to be. However, he was very much heading in that direction. And the reason why I'm very adamant about saying it like that is because, a lot of people like to pretend that because a person assisted another person on their journey to success, they suddenly created that success for them, completely negating the fact that success was already a part of their destiny. In the words of Jay-Z, I heard motherfuckers saying they made Hove say, okay, so make another Hove. Or The Weeknd's line from Sidewalks comes to mind as well when he says, because too many people think they made me. Well, if they really made me, then replace me. Young Thug reminds me of one of those people who, tries to help you and then the whole time they're counting every single thing that they're doing for you. And the biggest issue here is when, those people who supposedly are helping you in good faith, when they decide to tell other people how you weren't shit before they helped you. I mean, how real of a thing was it if the whole world had to know?
Then at the end of the day, it's not real love then. Because why niggas gotta know what you did for me? That's not real love, nigga. You flexing, nigga. You basically flexing. That's second degree flexing. You flexing through another nigga. You flexing through what you did for niggas. That's second degree flexing. That shit weak. What the fuck?
How real is it if we now know that Gunna and his father weren't on good terms, and without you, his entire family would have supposedly crumbled, right? You can never make another man a millionaire. That is absolutely not possible. What is possible, however, is putting a man in a position in order to make millions. Those are two completely different things. There's a lot of people who've been put in positions to win, but they weren't able to do anything with that. On the other side, you have somebody who nobody ever handed anything to, and despite that, they come out on the other side with all types of bags, all kind of success, and they're just blessed in their life. Not because anything came to them, but because they went after it. And they were, of course, lucky, because luck plays a very big part in becoming successful. There's so much that has to line up at the right time for things to go your way, but that's another conversation. I'm sure all of us have experienced this kind of thing. You have to realize that a lot of people in this world will go out of their way to help you, not because they care, but because they want to be attached to that success that was already in your future. There's a reason why everybody wants to help someone who's already on up and up. It's almost like investing in a stock that's guaranteed to make you infinite returns. You simply can't lose. Some people might say, well, you know, Gunna didn't really have anything back then. And I say, you're wrong, because with or without Young Thug, he was always gonna find a way. He was always gonna become the man that he is today. The only difference is that the path would have looked different. You know, if you ever have someone in your life who genuinely wants to help you, you'll know, because they'll never take credit for your success when you eventually become that version of you that you always were destined to become. And I think this is a very important.
That's the type of nigga I aspire to be. If I help a nigga, bro, if I show love to somebody, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, bro, I helped you get there, I did that for you, I did this for you. But I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm happy you here, though. I'm happy you made it to where you supposed to be, because you did that by yourself, nigga. Niggas can give you shit and you still fumble the bag. It's not even a question for real, like. And I man Thug just straight up like, that shit weak. I can't. That shit's so weak. Like, he just straight up divulging this nigga family secret. Shit, if I was Gunna's daddy, I would be like, Thug, I'm your OG, right? Thug guy would have been like, yeah. And then I would be like, then why you selling? Then why you pillow talking about my shit to niggas, bro? Since I'm your OG, you respect me, right? Then why you doing that shit? Cause that's weird. That's so weird.
Lesson for a lot of us. In most cases, you're only gonna see that your friend is just like Young Thug when push comes to shove, when you're no longer under their wing and they can't control your success anymore. The only thing Gunna is under right now is, you know, he's under those dumbbells, okay? Honestly, I think 2025 is the year a lot of us seen the real side of a lot of people. There's a lot of changes that are happening in the world as we speak, and spiritually, there's something in the air that divides people now more than ever, especially when they're not aligned. I think this story is a representation of just that. Be mindful of who you allow to help you, and don't always be so quick to accept a helping hand, especially if you know what your future holds for you. So nobody can, you know, come out the cut and say that they made you, because with or without their help, you would have figured that shit out 1000%. I believe that. Very.
That's just facts, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, the Thug put part of his success. Yes, he did. I'm not gonna. We can't deny that shit. But he ain't had to do all that. That's all I'm gonna say. But you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the end of this reaction, man. If y'all like what y'all see, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. We out.